gods and mortals meet. Legends rise from ancient stone. Heroes' fates are yet unknown. Travial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. From the ruins of the past to the battles that will last, every choice a path to tread. In this world where fate is led, Travial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. Through the trials, through the pain, destinies in blood are stained. Magic weaves the threads of time. In Travial, where legends glide. Travial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. So gather close, the tale begins in Travial, where the dark wind sings. Join the fight, take up the call, for in this world, heroes rise or they fall. Where the echoes call, in the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name.
We can only hope.
Give me a second. There it goes. Alright, sorry. It wasn't recording my voice. It was recording just your guys' voice.
Well,
Oh.
Alright. So
that's ominous.
Yep, this is our first ever recording of this game. We'll name it later. Right now, I just colloquially named it the Travial Planar War, but we'll come up with some sort of catchy name later. I'm sure our collective brains can come up with something.
I already have a horrible one. We'll discuss it later.
Does this mean you're open for suggestions?
Not right now. Alright, so let's go from the top left of our little screen here, go clockwise around, and have everybody introduce their characters real quick, because once again, this is the first episode we're recording. So those people who are watching this, who haven't been with us so far, will get an idea what the hell we're doing. So that would be Melody first.
All right, I'm Melody, and my character is Vina, who goes by V. Vina, V Quester. She's a catfolk bard.
Love you. Excellent. Inquisition, you're up next.
I am the great Jose, Inquisitor of Amnuketna, enthralled by one beautiful, loving wife that was just introducing herself, and a little bit on the bonkers side for both his wife and for spreading the faith, much to the chagrin of the other faithful in the party.
Yep. Anne is not here. She's not feeling well. She's resting right now. She is playing Draha Kulir. She's an ASMR cleric of Grasp fire hand. Ange, you're next.
Okay, come here.
Just
Oh, okay.
my character is Rai, and he's a Kusune.
All right. What class?
Oh, fire.
Fighter. Okay, good. Hidan, or Guy, you're up next.
Hey, I'm the fat guy. I'm the only fat guy. I'm the best fat guy. And my character is Hedon. He is a fighter rogue. His goal is to take over the gods.
Uh-huh. And you're an elf were-raptor.
Yes, I'm an elf were-raptor that he is on the fence between a curse and a blessing.
All right. Fedorian, you're up next.
Hey, it's your gal, the 100% stubby drow. But for now, I will be playing Bell, the cleric of Amuketna, as well as the spiritualist, with who is accompanied by a phantom of hatred that she has called Miss Daye.
Yep. And you are human-ish.
Well, that's going to be rather spicy at the moment.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
on most days, she is a plain Jane human being.
Yeah. Just today, you happen to be a werewolf.
Oh yeah.
My name is Ruby Mad Hatter. I am the DM. I am also playing a NPC with the party named Sylvana Frostfire. She's an elven alchemist.
And I will randomly pop up.
Shh, child, go away.
And we are haunted by one rose.
You're haunted by a 9-year-old child who's now doing a weird dance. Alright. Yes, I know. You're dabbing now. Bye. Alright.
You can't find a foe as smart as you and as cute as your wife. It's a combination of you two both. It's the ideal foe.
Yeah, we're all doomed. Alright.
Well, you are anyway.
Alright, so the party is on the road currently. You're next to the woods, and the party has just run into Belle, who is now Wolfy.
Yeah. There was unpleasant noises, and once you guys follow the footprints and close in on the howling, you come across well, mechanically, I don't know whether or not this is possible, but you guys wind up witnessing a rather ineffective slap fight going on between a anthropomorphized wolf and the incorporeal form of Miss Daye.
I can kind of see Miss
Neither of
I'm gonna say I can kind of see Miss Daye kind of standing there with just arms crossed as like Belle is just swinging through her body.
yeah, it's just, and every once in a while trying to slap back, but just since she's incorporeal, this like it's useless on either end.
All right, so at this point, what is the party going to do at this point, seeing this kind of interaction?
I'm gonna watch.
Okay, fair enough.
V thinks that it's really fascinating because she's never seen anything like this before, and it's gonna make a great song someday.
Ah, my loving wife, I love you. So, tell me, are there any lyrical tunes manifesting yet? or have you decided simply to jot it down for further consideration?
Well, I have to think about it because I'm not very good with rhymes. Sometimes rhymes can be very, very hard, but I do my best.
I will just move over and hug you.
All right. After a few moments, Sylvana is going to chug a potion, and her image is going to kind of it's going to blur essentially.
And how quiet was that conversation, by the way?
I'm gonna guess not very. Why do you think Sylvana, consumed a blur potion? It's like, yep, we're gonna be starting to get attacked.
And don't forget, Mr. Quiet and Mysterious Rye.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do and how I'm gonna do this.
Just might be time for a little certain surprise of your own.
All right.
Go ahead and cuddle in on that.
Yeah. Rye will turn into his fox form and try to help Bella.
My dear, I'm getting the distinct feeling we're a little outnumbered by the canine-like creatures.
Now, dear, you can't be specious because that's not nice. And I'm sure that we'll be friends with them. I mean, you're a good person and I like to be a good person, so I'm sure that they won't do us any harm.
Do y'all
Now,
not
listen,
remember the attic?
Sylvana does. Why do you think she drank blur? Why do you think she drank her blur potion? She's like, nope, I know where this is going.
That's the reason why I decided just to sit back and watch.
If Belle is not charging, Sylvana's gonna pull out the she's gonna pull out a substance and start working on it real quick.
Well, I did roll a 14 for perception.
Oh yeah, you see the group.
And yeah. And actually, when she sees people, she will stop trying her useless slapping at Miss Daae and just snarl and howl. But then turns tail and runs.
All right. While she runs, Sylvana's gonna keep working on the chemical there, and I need to make a craft alchemy check real quick. All right.
I'm gonna chase after her in my fox form.
Fair enough.
All right.
She,
And yeah, Miss Daae's got a very unpleasant. I'm kind of riding along, but not willingly.
Sylvana's gonna look over at Hedon and go. She goes, "Don't get any ideas, but I need you to carry me while I work on this. I need to keep up with her."
Okay. I scoop her up as quickly and as possible without just, whiplash as I run off.
All right. I need from you, good sir, a acrobatics. Yeah, acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
All right, so it's a fairly stable run. While we're chasing her, she's going to do an aircraft alchemy check. Oh, Nelly. Okay. After about like a 5-minute chase, you guys are all chasing Belle. Belle, I'm guessing you're just running through the woods.
Yeah. One of the things that I was curious about was how far are we from Woolhope? Or is the magenta dot about where we're at?
The magenta dot's where you're at.
Okay, good.
So you're 480 miles from Woolhope.
Okay.
I keep thinking insert Benny Hill music here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just maybe. Because she is faster and more dexterous, and you see quite a bit of it switches back and forth between running on 2 legs and every once in a while switching around to all 4s. Kind of like if anybody's ever seen the X-Men cartoons where they have Beast running around.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. She's definitely switching canters and stuff to get around things. So.
Oh, that fox is so cute.
Yep.
Yes, while being chased by how big of a fox is
Medium.
Yeah.
So that's still a pretty big fox.
Mm-hmm.
I will turn to my dear wife and remark, I think we'd better start after them. By the look of it, they have a bit of a head start on us. Shall we?
As the chase
I'm
goes,
right with you.
as the chase goes through the woods, Sylvana's going to look at Hedon and go, how accurate are you at throwing things?
Pretty confident I'm more accurate than you.
She'll nod and go, all right. She goes, you only have 1 chance on this. Otherwise, it's going to take me like another 5 to 10 more minutes to make another one of these. Take this, throw it in front of Belle, but close enough that it will splash near her.
Okay.
All right. Give me a range throw check, essentially. Like, make your range attack roll.
This will be at -1.
Okay. Why -1?
Because masterwork. Just +1.
Okay.
So 29.
All right. So 29. All right. So that, I think that's probably good enough to get close to Belle, based on her AC.
Yeah, her AC like this, she would technically be what? Yeah, it's yeah. The 29 definitely would get past her AC, and oh boy.
All right.
And it also overcomes the CMD too.
Cool. Rye,
Yes.
how close are you trying to follow Belle? Like, as close as you can?
Yeah.
Goody. Belle and Rye, give me a fortitude save. DC 18.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, that effectively does nothing. Alright, so you guys feel like, for a split moment, like a sleepiness haze kind of pass over you, but then you just, like, persevere and you just power through it.
Yeah, I would definitely go in the opposite direction of however it landed.
Oh no, it would have landed like right in front of Belle and just poofed into a cloud of smoke.
Okay, so tumbling through it then, and then just let's see. Riot, roll a D2, and odd will be left,
Ugh.
and even will be right. Okay. Well, those were 2 3s. That'll work. And, yep. Going left.
Sylvana's just like, oh my god.
Should have taken that left at Albuquerque.
Maybe.
Sylvanas is going to brew a quick potion, and she's gonna look at Hedon and go chug.
Okay, I'm drinking.
You now have bull strength.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything empowered yet.
And Belle is trying to use the underbrush and whatnot to lose everybody.
All right. Well, I'm gonna like cut my eyes at Savannah. Brace yourself. As I like go to jump over a bush, I'm gonna try to like set her down. Then as I set her down and jump over, I'm hitting the running wolf in the ass with that.
Oh. All right, give me an acrobatics check to see how smoothly you put down her. Okay, yeah, she's fine. So, Belle, you just got shot in the ass.
Ooh.
For 5 damage.
Yeah, there's a distinct.
Oh, no, wait, not 5.
At first, it's a.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Yep,
13.
and then it's a snarl.
13. Sorry, 13 damage.
Because somebody's making a U-turn.
Oh, this is bad.
At which point I will magic shield myself. Because I know what's fixing to happen.
I got a feeling that we might want to take this into initiative.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. We'll take it into initiative, but we won't bring up a battle map. I don't feel like we need that.
Right.
So Savannah, you know what might help? Yeah. Okay. So I gotta add everybody here. Sylvana is a 22. Hedon is a 30. Jesus Christ.
I rolled a natural 20.
Wait, as a fox, I get to bite, right?
Yes, you get the bite. Foxes have the ability to bite. Nom nom.
Nom 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 nom.
We're missing Inquisition. So we're missing Jose.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Hi. Rose, stop.
Okay.
Love you. Go away. Yeah, you find the fox cute, Rose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
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 Yeah. Bye. Alright. So, Hedon, you're first.
All right. So how close to am I to this wolf that I know is probably a little pissed?
Uh,
Um,
I'd say 50 feet.
yeah,
All right.
and 50 feet is her typical speed in this form. So, good thing I'm going last.
All right. And how close am I? So it's wolf, me, then everybody's behind me, right?
Yes. Oh no,
I think
no.
the
It's
fox has been trying to keep up with me.
right. That it's wolf, fox, you, everybody else.
All right. I'm moving 40 foot to get between the little fox and the big wolf.
All right. All right. Sylvana's turn. Go ahead.
Where was it at? Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
All right. Sylvana will
I'm
take.
gonna have my weapons out.
All right. Savannah's going to take her turn. She's going to craft again. Or start to. And you'll see her start mixing some chemicals in front of everybody. And she's just like, just hold her off for a little while. I can fix this. I can work with this. All right. Jose!
One moment, please.
Okay. All right. And Rye, you're on deck, by the way.
Okay.
I knew I had a spell here somewhere. I turn to my darling wife and I remark, "My dear, I am about to cast Burst of Speed. Shall I carry you across the threshold like we did back home?"
Oh, that would be so romantic. I like that very much.
I cast Burst of Speed on myself, which, according to this, a plus 10-foot bonus if you are wearing medium to heavy armor, 20-foot bonus to speed. So I basically upped my movement speed by an extra 20 foot.
All right. So you can get next to the wolf as well.
And carrying my lovely wife as I do it. All the while just sort of remarking, this kind of reminds me of our honeymoon. Oh, happier days.
And somehow you still do a point of psychic damage to Mel.
All right. Rye, you're up. Vina's on deck.
Well, I want to try see if I can get in front of her and stop her from running.
Fair enough.
And then, oh god, you guys are gonna hate me with this. And try to act cute in front of her.
Maybe some form of CMBs versus CMD.
Actually, in this case, it would be trying to IQ. I guess this would be diplomacy versus will save.
Okie dokie.
Wow. You both rolled natural ones. God damn it. Oh.
And it's like, is there any sort of form of retaliation to do this, or am I waiting for my turn?
You're waiting for your turn.
Okay.
Alright. Vina, you're up. Beast is on deck.
I start playing the harp and reciting poetry to inspire the party to do their best. And I can start reciting poetry for you in character if you want.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to.
Hey, the offer's there.
I
Well, if you have a specific poem that you'd like to give us the title to in mind, that would be great.
yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, that's my turn. I'm going to do Inspire Courage.
Oh, okay.
All right. Beast, you are up.
Okay. Is like all of a sudden is like 2 fox in my way. And I am going to for reasons roll this twice and take the lower stat,
Okay.
which would have been the first one. Okay.
All right, so that doesn't hit the fox. There's no way.
Yeah. But it was still definitely the whole snarl bite, snarl chomp.
All right. Heat on.
Did that fox get in my way?
No.
Maybe.
Oh, not much, if anything.
Well, okay. I'm gonna move 30 foot, kind of counterclockwise. And then do that and snarl and give a growl snarl as a challenge towards the wolf.
Okay.
So you're trying to, I'm guessing, draw attention. Oh, you used a magic missile again. Okay. So 14 damage.
Okay. And yeah. It's like we got some Peter and the Wolf thing going on. Rawr. Snarl.
That's my turn.
Alright.
All right. That is your turn. All right. Sylvana is making another craft alchemy check because, Jesus Christ, it's not potent enough yet. Oh, no real progress made. All right.
In the motion of everything, get a brain fart.
Yeah, Jose, you're up. Well, I mean, she is kind of stressed right now. She's like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Alrighty then. As I am this far, as I am right up next to them. If I recall it, I think it is aid.
All right, so you're aiding who?
Hold on, no, wait, it's aspect of the nightingale.
All right.
And it doesn't do what I thought it did. Never mind. I will catch up and just start stating, hi. Oh, wait a second. I know what I can do. I turn to the other party members. Who's nearest to me?
Probably Sylvana?
Yeah, probably Sylvana.
Could I use burst of speed on Sylvana?
That's not gonna help her any.
You know what? Then I will just catch up. Ah, I know. Tell me, my dear, have you heard of the great? Have you heard of the great Amuketna by chance? Also, what was that noise?
And my phone.
And like, I'll be specifically looking at a certain somebody as I say that, because you seem like you might be in need of enlightening and enlightenment on the divine. And I'll cast my diplomacy to see if that has any reaction.
Okay.
I posted a war poem in the Saturday game.
All right. And I will check that out. Let me guess. Will save again?
Yes. As you're animalistic. He's actually starting to give you a calming effect.
You don't know whether or not it was what he actually said, or bringing up Amuketna, or something else. Maybe she likes
Wait,
cats. I don't know.
hold on a second. This worked? Really?
You're like, it just worked? Fuck.
Belle's in there somewhere.
Alright. Rye,
Okay,
you're up. Vina's on deck.
You may have also have just done another point of psychic damage to her. Who knows?
No, I'm just gonna. I don't know what I want to do. Shit. You know what? I'm just gonna see if I'll try to bite her, even though I don't want to do it. But I'll bite her, hoping that will help.
Just basically the idea is to keep me busy at this point. And I think that's not the correct sheet. Oh, so many cheats, so little time. Yeah, the first one does hit.
Alright, so 2 more damage. Fair enough. Vina, you're up. Beast is on deck.
Still doing Inspire Courage.
Alright.
Trying to stay out of everyone's way.
And the poem that you are reciting is After Experience Taught Me by W.D. Snodgrass.
That is correct.
All right. And okay. And Belle is once again rolling twice and taking the lower. And basically just doing like a bodily shoulder check to get Rye off of her. And she is going to pick a direction and try to run again.
Alright, that puts
So
Rye...
if I get any attacks of opportunity for people.
I was going to say, that's Rye and Hedon. and Jose, and basically everybody but Savannah.
Oh yeah, and Miss Die's just like some wild woman just holding on to the back of Belle somehow.
Fair enough. Give me a second, Hedon. You'll be up here in a second. I gotta get my son some food.
Okay.
They always pick a wonderful time for me.
Okay, that's 4 more.
This would be a perfect time for me to disappear and do something my mum needs, but I've got the wireless headset and a wireless mouse, so I can continue to bibble babble.
Yeah. Oh, well, before you run off, everybody's got an attack of opportunity.
Oh, yes.
Rise done one, and everybody else, Sans Sylvana needs to do one too.
I get an attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Okay.
Did not mean to do that twice.
Shit, I'm trying to grab your ass.
Okay. And unfortunately, the combat maneuver does not come overdue her CMP.
Yeah. I figured it would.
And the 11 does not hit. Melody, do you want to try anything?
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just gonna stand here and play music and stay out of everyone's way.
Okay.
Why am I getting an attack of opportunity? I missed this.
Basically, Rye was biting at Belle. Belle shoulder checked him and is trying to make a run for it again.
Hmm.
I'm going to try another diplomacy and start talking to you about Amnuketna. And... Okay, hold on. Does Jose know this is you?
I did. Well, Miss Daae just clinging on to the back. I swear there's been some sort of old folktale thing going about something similar to this, where women ride on wolves and stuff. But yeah, with Miss Daae being pretty much hanging on to Belle for dear life, it's pretty clear to assumption that that is very likely Belle. It's pretty clear it's Belle. If for nothing other than that.
Okay then. Then Jose shall do something he knows will get a direct hi from you.
Let's see what this is.
I'm just not sure if I should wait for my turn to come up or float the idea now.
Well, it is technically Hedon's turn, since the combat maneuver was his attack of opportunity.
Good point. We'll wait for Hidan then.
So, go ahead and try again.
Try again.
How far did you get from me?
Picking up your voice.
She would be definitely running,
Might be
so
a little hot for you.
she is easily 50 feet.
I'm back.
Technically running as a dash action would technically be 200.
I'm running after her.
Alright, so we got several attacks here. Alright, let's see what we got. We got Beast. Beast was running, so Rye did his attack for 2.
Yep.
Jose got an 11. I don't think that hits.
No. And I think a misclick is why there's a 17.
Yep. And does a 17 beat your CMD?
No, it did not.
Alright.
And when running, would I just do my 50 or would I be doing the full 200? I did do a shoulder check before I broke away.
That would be the full 200.
Okay. Bye, everybody!
Meep.
Yeah, I'm running after her.
And yes, we are still in that Benny Hill music.
Oh boy. Alright, so Hedon is running after, and that's all you can do this turn is just to keep up with her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sylvana will sigh. And just be like, alright, I need to finish this first. So she made some progress there. And Jose.
I'm currently away from the computer. Can you roll me a diplomacy? And I will shout as I'm trying to keep up. What was the name? What was your character's name again, Fedor?
Well,
Bell. Of the two of us, you're the one that makes our divine entity look better, and you're forcing me to tell you to behave. In the name of Al-Nuketnas, show some damn restraint. I am supposed to be the loony one here.
Alright, we'll save.
yeah, working on it. It's like I keep clicking between all my character sheets.
Yeah, you're fine.
You're embarrassing our combined faith. Stop.
And if anybody
Oh, wow,
wants
that's
to make
hypocritical.
make a nature check to basically, as they're looking at her, might give some insight on to what her behavior's like.
Did that get anywhere? Because I'm away from the computer. I don't know what
No.
was ruled. Well, shoot.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Ruby, can you look at my spells? I think I have chains of bonding or something like that that would hold you in place.
No, I don't see it. You have burst
Oh, no.
bonds.
Yeah, I just remembered. It's burst bonds, not bonds of holding.
Yeah, have all the time for Roll20 to be on my side.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to keep from doing something. I'm hoping I can get around doing that.
Only one way to find out. Bryce's turn.
Yep, Rye's turn.
Well, I'm chasing after her again.
As a fellow canine, if something that you can possibly do as a combat maneuver is an attempt at a trip.
I just imagine you shouting, "Get back here!"
You done?
It's good. It's also very hot for my hands.
Okay. I'll put this in the fridge for you, bud. All right. So you're basically running after the beast or Belle?
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to try to make noises and be cute and try to convince them to stop?
Yep.
All right. Diplomacy versus will.
All right. Oh, well, that... Well,
Did nothing.
Though you do notice that anytime you catch up, she's definitely veering away. So you could use that to try to get her to circle back.
All right. Vina, you're up.
Same as usual. I'm not going to get involved. I'm not going to try and capture her or anything. I'm just going to keep playing the music and letting that do whatever it might do.
I mean, fair enough. The song you're playing is helpful. You could also attempt to fascinate, because that is a song I think you have.
Yeah, and
Let me look at my character sheet. That's not a bad idea.
yeah, I would definitely suggest looking over your spells, because I don't know what... You definitely should have more than a few options there, too.
Well, I have hold person.
I mean, that could possibly work. So that is will save DC 16.
Okay. Little numbers. Little numbers. Come on.
Faye, I have a question.
I can roll again and see if
No.
I can go down.
No. I have a question.
Hmm?
Have you ever come into contact with Will Wheaton?
No.
Have you ever touched anything he has ever touched?
No.
Are you
And
sure?
We've discussed this. Roll20 likes to be contrary with me.
Are you sure about this?
Roll20 doesn't like me. I don't understand why.
Oh my gosh. I think honestly Faye Dorian has her own version of the Will Wheaton dice curse. It's like
It's like we can have here's Here, I'll be like, while you were doing that, is like Miss Dai looks like Miss Dai's like trying to beat Belle over the side of the head, and that did no better. It was a lower number, but still enough. God damn it!
All right. I'm guessing you're still running.
Yes. And if we're just hand waving that Rye is keeping up, I did point out that she is more often veering to avoid him, so he might be able to do some hurting. And it is my turn. And, yeah. Let's see. The only one that hit her particularly recently was when she made the dash away, so she's still running. I mean, I don't know when you're gonna want me to do a Constitution save or something to keep, or Fortitude save, because, well, she's running. She's running a lot. True, running a lot is what wolves do, but there's also Belle here in this mix.
Oh, yeah. I would say after this turn, you're going to have to start making those checks.
Okay. But yeah, she's still running. And that would be my turn.
All right, Hedon.
That was geography.
You're trying to figure out a shortcut?
Trying to get ahead of her.
Not well in this case.
All right. I'm gonna continue to run after until I can see a possible spot to get ahead of her. You know, like if she's like kind of veering, and I cut a hard left kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's my turn. I'm just running.
All right. Last roll. Hopefully it's a good one. All right. Good enough. All right. Chugging that. And she is going to start running. And at this point, she's faster than everyone else.
Yee! She's retreating toward. Oh boy.
All right, so that makes it Jose's turn.
So I was looking at burst of speed.
Right.
I don't actually see anything that says I can't cast it on myself twice.
Burst of speed. Usually, if there's an effect, you can't stack the effect on top of the effect.
Well, shoot. All right.
That's still 20 foot. You're keeping up.
I use honeyed tongue.
All right. So you roll 2 dice on your diplomacy. You take the higher one.
29. Ooh.
That'll be a fun will save.
I will simply shout, in the name of Amnuketna, get a full hold of yourself. We cannot be seen to be the same as the barbarians everywhere else. What would people think of our great and mighty divine one if they assumed we were little more than savages like the other supposed worshippers of other lesser deities? And by lesser, I do not mean any offense to your deity, my dear wife.
No offense taken.
I see
I
just
know, I know you don't really mean it.
I see just how that divine one inspires you, my dear. I'm well aware of just how excited you can get in terms of religion. But let us, for the moment, table the conversation, lest we get a little too rousingly conversive. The party does, though, dislike it.
Yeah, and Rye is suddenly like, why is she like spinning on her tail and running out at Jose?
Ooh!
It comes to my turn. I just rolled a 20. That is definitely under your both of those diplomacies.
All right. Right.
Is she still running or she stopped?
She has stopped.
Alright, let's try this again.
Trying to be cute.
Like, I just can't. I just can't.
Oh my god.
It just.
Oh my god.
And I just have this whole running commentary of Miss Daya is like, what happened to my idiot, and what are these idiots doing to my idiot?
Essentially. All right, Vina.
All right, I'm going to attempt hold person again.
All right. 16 is the will save target.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait a second. As I'm carrying my dear wife, would that give her the chance to cast another spell or do
No.
another action?
You only get 1 spell per turn.
Thank you anyway, sweetheart.
So you're being all sweet and everything. Here I come. Paws out.
Oh. Oh, I'm so tempted to say something here.
Thankfully, at least is like, I'm not rolling particularly high here, thankfully.
I'm just gonna look down at you and go, "What are you?" Well, at least you. Hold on, wait. And I'm not going to say anything further until my turn comes up again.
All right. Heat on. She's no longer running.
How close to are we?
I mean, you could move in and reach her.
God. Ran up to her, tried to grab her.
Oh, I don't think a 16 is going to beat her CMD.
Yeah, it's not.
Unfortunately, no, that combat maneuver does not work. My CMD is 21.
Okay, Sylvana's turn. So, you see her just running. And she goes, well... She just kind of just goes, alright, well, this is a chance, and hopefully this works. Alright, so I need... It's gonna be a bomb, but it's not actually a bomb, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Does a 31 hit?
Yes, that will hit my AC.
Alright. You are required to make another fortitude save.
Oh boy. Come on, little numbers.
Oh.
That point above.
No, it's a point below. It's 1 point. Because she didn't change it from gas to injury.
Uh-huh.
So the DC stayed 16 and she improved it twice. So the DC was 20.
Oh, okay.
So in this case...
Because
You were saying?
Okay, good. So I'm the one that's below. Because I see the Intel mod equals
That's a reflex
18.
save.
Ah.
Yeah, that's if she was throwing a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, you see that glass shatter right on the beast, and you can see those like little glass shards kind of like dig in a little bit. And Belle just suddenly just gets so sleepy and just falls over and falls asleep.
And Miss Taye just like takes a moment to be like, sternly point her finger at everybody like before she like fades away.
Did we just get told off by a ghost?
I think so, but either way, Sylvana will kind of look at everyone and go, "Hey, Don, could you be so kind as to help carry her back to camp? We will let her rest, and hopefully this will be resolved in the morning."
Yep, I got it. Put my weapons up, grab her, start walking.
Something
tired of
I've
running.
been forgetting to ask is whether or not the cat folk have like any enhanced scent thing going on as part of their senses.
I do.
I'm asking about the questers.
Jose, V, do you have scent?
Assume would that be one of the racial abilities?
Yeah, that's basically what my basis of curiosity is, yeah. Whether or not you get it as a racial ability.
I'm not sure.
Let me look.
Assuming that when Rye goes into fox form, he has it.
Yeah, Rye has it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, the cat folk don't.
Okay. But
Really?
Rye especially can catch on to, yeah, something about Belle's scent is definitely off. Kind of like when you catch the scent of a diseased animal or something that's been dead for a while and shouldn't be moving around. There's definitely
Interesting.
some via scent, Rye, and anybody else who has the scent ability would be like catching on that there's something no bueno. Which would also account for why Belle isn't doing so hot interacting with the horse.
Huh.
And anybody who does a decent nature check would recognize signs similar to an animal with rabies as she was running around.
Oh, it's no bueno.
Does anybody have a rabies shot?
Sylvana will look and go, not quite. I don't quite have access to cure disease yet.
It's like it's definitely very similar.
Does anybody have the heal skill? Could do a check to maybe figure out exactly what it is.
I can
I
make
have
the.
heal.
As she goes, I can make the attempt, but I'm not skilled at it.
I didn't. I can't see anything, but I'm kind of tired, so.
God damn it!
It's like the heal deals with humanoids. None of you guys are veterinarians.
I'm going to try
Considering who
something.
my deity, I think I'm pretty good on were creatures.
Well, that'll take care of damage that she's taken on. So that'll, at the very least, heal up the
Physical damage.
the damage that she took from magic missile and the one time Rye bit her.
Can I try perception?
I mean, you can make the attempt.
Better than a nat 1.
Huh, alright. Well, you can notice that there is definitely something wrong, but you just don't have the requisite knowledge right now to figure that out.
Let's see. Do I have the requisite knowledge?
Arcana is not the skill you need. It is heal.
Well, maybe if he takes
I
it
do
from
have
the
heal.
direction of a knowledge arcana and what he knows about lycanthropy.
Actually, lycanthropy is covered under knowledge nature.
Okay.
I have that one as well. Oh no. Well, this is gonna be good.
Oh boy.
With the knowledge nature 30, you do recall that there's some debate about whether or not there's two strains of lycanthropy in the world.
Go on.
Well, you notice that with your encounter with Hidan, um, well, Hidan didn't look like he was sick at all, and he only bit when he was cornered. So this is definitely looking very different. So, and the strain of lycanthropy that everybody's scared of is connected to Brambocus.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, Rambuckus. What do I know of this name? Like, is it a well-known name or is it specific to the lycanthropy?
Brombokus is the god of the undead. He is also known for corrupting natural lycanthropy into a disease.
Yep, the guy I'm trying to kill.
Given that I got a 30 earlier, I'm just going to try this and see what happens.
Nope.
Ah.
Not quite.
Oh, you have her under control. She's not spreading it to anybody else for as however long this sleep thing's going to work.
Okay, given that I know all of that, I will turn to my dear wife and remark, my dear, do you mind if I put you down?
Well, I've really enjoyed this, but yeah, I think that it's time for you to put me down. I don't want you to get too tired.
Oh, my dear,
Yeah.
always thinking of my health. I appreciate it, I truly do. And like, I'll go up to give my significant other like one of those wee nose kisses where we like rub the noses together, and then I will turn to the unconscious one, pull out a few scrolls to Anne-Ketna and start reciting them over her, partly to because she would probably know these scrolls of the faith, and well, it might help soothe the mind a bit to hear these type of things. And then I'll go into full-on prayers, which I'm openly speaking in front of her, which is not the done thing for me to do. Usually, I go off into the corner doing the prayers. And yes, this does mean I'm telling Amnuketna that you somehow gotten this disease, and I'd like assistance to help you get rid of it. I doubt it will come. I doubt anything will come of that, but still.
And there's doggy snores coming out of Belle until sunrise.
All right. So let's see. What should I rule for this attempt at religious belief?
I mean, there's no role here in this case. You're just doing it. It's not like, it's a giant, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like you need to do any crazy role or anything. You're just reading religious text to her.
All righty then. And with that, I'll end my turn here.
Alright. Well, we're no longer on turn, so there's that.
And she's still in wolf form, right?
Yep, she's knocked out.
Tying her up, just in case.
That is fair.
Ryan's just gonna go near her and just curl up beside her to make sure she's okay.
When you wake up, you're going to see one really cute fox. And then you're probably going to take one look at
Really?
me and go, I have one thing to say to you. Bitch slap!
Oh boy.
We'll see.
Ruby, got a question.
Okay, might have an answer.
If two lycanthropes are fighting, one bites another one, can they still be afflicted by the bite?
No. Once you have
Wait,
lycanthropy, you can't get the same disease twice.
what if, what if it's a case like here where one has the cursed version and the other has the normal version?
Then the what would happen is the cursed version would take hold.
I was gonna say, since one's a corrupted version from the same source, then the whole thing of they both have lycanthropy, so
Yeah,
it wouldn't affect. Though the idea of the other becoming rabid.
yeah, that's
Made
the whole
possible.
idea. Is you're going from a control to a lack of control.
Yeah, I don't have control of my lycanthropy.
Yeah, so then nothing changes.
Point out that during your thing you were actively doing rolls to regain control, though. Anyway, we'll discuss more once.
I didn't think mine was the natural. I thought mine was the cursed.
No. Curse is the disease version. Since you got yours from
This
Ku,
is where yeah, I'll let you handle this. Sorry.
I was gonna say, since you got yours from Ku, it is the more controlled version. You don't immediately attack anyone who's near you.
Okay, got it.
Okay, that brings up a question. Like in the first transformation, would you still be able to maintain control, or would you not be able to fully control your actions but try to take control?
It's one of those things where he's once he learns control, he's fine. It's just that's the kicker. Oh, excuse me. All right. So, Belle, you sleep through the night because, sleeping poison.
Yay. And I don't know how long into the morning I would stay asleep, but once the sun rises, I revert back.
Yep. Yeah, you would revert back in the morning, and Sylvana is asleep because she's tired based on everything you guys just fucking did. So,
Yeah.
Belle, you wake up in the morning tied up.
And very confused. And what is this fluffy thing beside me? And I was like, why am I all dirty and all this stuff, and where are my clothes? Because she took off her armor and everything. But it's like, she still had, the essentials on. And now she's tied up and dirty and she's very confused. Hello?
Huh? Oh, you're late.
What is this? As I'm like, my hands? I wiggle? Hopefully I'm under a blanket.
Yes. We would have made sure you had a blanket, and Jose would have insisted on proper respect given who you worship. Well, not just because of who you worship. So, you remember anything from yesterday? As I pull out a small dagger and I say, "You cut yourself free," and I'm going to stand outside the room and let you do what you've got to do. But I will be chatting to you throughout it. So, what do you remember as I head straight to the door and, like, close it so that I can still be heard and I can still ask questions and stuff like that?
Okay, assume that I'm in the carriage then. The last thing that I remember, I had done my rituals and was doing my star charting. What happened?
Tell me, do you know much about lycanthropy?
And I had been doing my best to research it since the situation with Hidan, but oh no. No.
Well, depending on your point of view, I've got really good news or really bad news.
Oh no. Can I have my clothes, please?
Wait, they're not in there?
Did you give her bag?
I will leave that to the others to answer because I had just assumed you had all your belongings on her.
Ray will wake up
Okay.
and try to be cute again.
Yeah, it's like I just hello? Give you scritches.
Yay! And then he'll go and grab Vi's bag and bring it to her.
Are you doing this a la Fox?
Yes.
Okay, this is purely adorable and is like it's helping her stay calm, and she'll get dressed and whatnot, and
Just as you're doing that, I'm going to shout in. So, do you want the bad news or the worst news? I think you kind of figured out what happened, but there's a little more to come.
oh no. Did I hurt anybody? I say as I exit the wagon.
Savannah will kind of like slowly kind of wake up a little bit, and she'll just be like, not permanently, but you were fine.
No.
And
Oh, where did the time go? And it's like, she beelines to where she had her little setup, and has a moment of just imagine being somebody who just walked into finding somebody had coming home and finding somebody had trashed the place.
I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up to you, and I'm going to pat you, and I'm going. It's okay. It's not bad being furry, but you really have to work on your temper.
I don't remember anything like that. As I pick up, like, one of my almanacs that's now torn up. The moon. The only one that hadn't risen yet at that point was Takas. And I am like, I go to where I had put aside and you see what had been what Belle uses to pull stuff out of her pocket is actually a sort of side bag. And one of the signs that she's more than a little frazzled, it takes her a few tries before she pulls out basically an untitled book and starts flipping through the pages. And no. That was some mad druid. And not long after that, she goes once again going through her stuff, and as she is doing so is like, I do remember one thing. Is anyone carrying silver?
At this point, Sylvana will kind of perk up for a second and goes, I have a little bit of silver dust that I use in my alchemical ingredients. That's about it.
I've got some silver coins.
As do I.
In our next town, well, someone please keep a hold of this. And she pulls out a really fancy looking dagger and holds it out for somebody to take.
I'll take it, and I will remark. By the way, you didn't answer me. What do you know of lycanthropy? I know you were researching it, but how much do you know of it?
Since our experience with Hidan, I looked more into it. But aside from, well, silver weapons being the only thing that can actually kill us, I guess. And I motion to the dagger. Well, there may be something involved what's called wolfsbane or belladonna. But that is more along the lines of Sylvana's.
Indeed. I will look into such materials once we get to the capital.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, I think given what I correct me if I'm wrong here, but it was said to me earlier out of character that I was aware of the two different forms and that it was likely the wrong one or the cursed one that our friend here has. Is that actually the case before I go further in character?
Yeah, yeah. You know that from your checks.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but uh, I think you have the worst of the two. Can you have a worst of the two? You have the diseased version of lycanthropy. I'm
The
sorry.
result of Brombocus's malicious meddling.
Yeah, you have it. I wouldn't recommend. Well, as far as I know, and maybe if your werewolves differ, do let me know. As far as I know, saliva and biting are two main ways to spread the lycanthropy, the infection.
Uh, it is
We'll
bite.
need to go. We'll need to go into more specialized research. My books on have done little more than the the myth have little more than the mythology and well the information of the silver, which she handed over. One, if you check it out, unsheath it and whatnot, you'll find that it is a silver dagger.
I will actually look over this dagger. Give me a moment. Where's my perception?
Yeah, it's a slightly aggressive letter opener that's decorated with dolphins. It was clearly meant to be more of an art piece than an actual weapon, but
Anything can be used as a weapon if you give it both thought and desperation.
well, if nothing else, it's better than nothing.
If I may,
Though,
I think Edan already has kept his kind of keeping it quiet. I think you should do the same. You don't want someone trying to put you under a false moon.
right, well, and the only other small consolidation consolation I have to offer is that apparently my transformations are tied to Takas appropriately, I guess. But that only becomes a full moon every so many months.
You're at least lucky on that front.
Yes, but given that I have absolutely no idea what happens, this can be very, very dangerous.
Speaking, well, where is Hidan at the minute?
Contemplating.
I will
And I'm
turn to
going.
my fellow believer and state I will leave you to your thoughts. And I look down at the very cute fox and remark, a good day to you, sir, as well. Wait, are you still a fox?
Yeah, I'm still a fox.
Yeah,
I will
and
then.
depending on where Rye's at, if Rye's anywhere near within arm's reach, I absentmindedly give scritches.
Yay!
But I will be turning to cleaning up what's been scattered.
Yep. And we will leave off with basically that, and the group still traveling towards Woolhope.